to be held at Cracken Head Village Hall. Thanks. Housekeeping, as usual, your mobile phones on silent. Safety exits, I think you can see them now. See them what we had to do. Oh, I do. There isn't a fire drill. No, I think the blue told us that there'd be a fire drill about that. Apologies for absence. I have apologies from Carl Marshall, Helen Clark, John Nicholson, Angela Hanson, Joe McMahon, and Christine Bell. Are there any declarations of interest or any members? But any items on the agenda this evening? No. Right. Mayor's announcements. I don't really have any announcements as such. I'd just like to say that 2 weeks ago I was invited to brass band competition in the ward in my ward down in Tanfield in the equestrian centre in Tanfield. And it was really, really good. And we had lots and lots of bands competing. And I have to say that if we are ever in a position where we can give them any sort of help with their organisation or with their premises or to set things up, I think it would be a very good thing to do because it was a very good showcase of the area. Okay, that's me. Leaders' statements. Ned, have you got anything? No, nothing. That is already on the agenda. Okay. I knew I was flying through this. Public participation. There are no members of the public present. Have we had any? Can I just ask? From the minutes, I know this comes under from that minute, but the minutes of last week, you were told that 2 people submitted letters. I know we haven't got anything to tell them, but could I just ask if it's been sent a holding letter to say that we will get back to them? Because there's nothing worse than really nothing's happened.
That was the second part of the evening, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's the record.
It was, yes, and the 2 from the ladies, from a lady who's got one of the neighbours. But if you just ask if we can't give them information, you can have at least holding. Right, confirmation of minutes. These are the minutes of Tuesday, 26th of September. Can we will you accept them? Those accept. Seconded, fine. And have we any matters arising from the minutes? Anyone? Other than the one I've just. Right. Right. Now we have Greencroft Forest Park, which is attachment B. We have a thing from what's his name? Sam Roberts, from Silviculture. Are you going to take us through this one?
I counted it, yeah. I'm very supposed to be here, so it's actually where they suddenly do turn up.
Yes.
I would pick up the members' side if they want if they do come in late, maybe want to if you'd like to take the presentation. Just to outline, it is a forest project that's being planned to be on the periphery of Stanton Council border. Without going into sort of details, I can't give you the exact location of the building. If you had it at the office, if anyone wants to come in and have a look at it. It is in preliminary stages at the minute. As an officer, I've asked several questions around infrastructure, programs, how they're going to affect the people, is there going to be opportunity, or even ask them if they consider town council to adopt a different forest to do education in or something like that. And there is several things that would be nice for us to ask them to migrate with here. I've told them the town council would be kept briefed on everything that happens. I think, especially in regards to the environment, it is something the town council can actually hold weight with in the future. And this isn't just a small project. This is going to be huge. So obviously there is lots and lots of things to consider. Now, obviously, if they don't turn up, then I will ask them to come back they to speak with us. I think that something must have happened because they were very keen to come along and speak with us. So I don't think they just jerked us away from coming. It does seem quite set. So Alex was there as well, but there is a lot of technical stuff behind it. It is going to be produced for timber. She's been cultivated over time, and regrown and replanted. But these are questions, yourselves. I can't tell you exactly what it's going to be about. He's the expert. Well, you certainly should really take notice of what is happening, because I think it could be opportunity for they're trying to increase people doing things outside of the space like that will come a long way. That's my thoughts on it anyway.
Thank you very much for that. Is it okay? Yes,
can I just say I'm a bit but I can't briefly, this has come to us after all the consultation has taken place. And I think it would be better have the known beforehand, because that would be yes.
I did have a consultation, I can't give you the
Went to London. That's definitely got a few questions out of this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh well. Isn't it? Aha.
Yes, I believe it.
Right.
That's
Three things.
Sure, this brother's in there. Yeah, so there's a clear report on the.
Yeah.
You're actually on more item at the minute.
Yes.
So just obviously just introducing just the town council, councillors, people there, legal councillor Stevenson, and we've just been I've been really pretty proud of life. And I said, I think something must have happened with the reason your letter. So, yeah, we handed over chiefs. I know that you did show quite a bit of interest as soon as we brought it up. So it's over to you.
Guess we don't have any representatives. Okay. That's fine. I can do it later. So we're looking at creating a 500 hectare commercial forest project on the former Greencroft estate site. So this is looking to the primary objective is to create a commercially grown UK grade timber. We'll put it has a secondary objectives of harvesting restoration, public access, gaining public access, public engagement to Manchester accessible standard, biodiversity increases in some places, as well as air quality, like that. Spoken to you about access or school groups and youth groups, maybe have some sort of forest school, maybe in the same bees at Boston as well, forest schools. So the owners are all very open to that sort of thing. But yeah, it's here today, so hi, I'm Sam. And that's what we're in.
We talked about the word Branston was.
Sorry.
Oh, we're talking about the word Branston was.
No.
Oh, you talking about Greek?
Yeah, Green.
Going back towards going down towards Manchester and down in that direction.
We were hoping that you would have that you might have had a map, because of the actual limitations of the line.
My colleague find a bit of public communication, that's all these areas.
Because well, we know that some of our, well, most of the people here don't, they're apart from Jeanette, our our territory, like,
Alright.
doesn't go down as far as that.
No.
Now you're playing now you're playing more with wood,
Mm.
but it's very much part of the Stanley territory.
Yeah.
Even though it's not chilled part of it, but it's still within our sort of.
Yeah, so it's, I think it just borders you.
Yeah.
So. Just like a chance around, sorry. So maybe if I walk around this.
Yeah.
What we're doing here is, this is the green crop plotting along. And this is around here was the former green crop house.
Right.
So it's a whole estate site. basically.
Yeah. Where on there is the Egyptian traveller site? Is it to this side of it? I think it is.
Excellent question. If I knew, I would be.
Oh, right, yeah. No, it's just, it's because the Gypsy and Traveller site has been there for a long time.
Yeah.
And there will be, I should imagine, more homes and productions, spot less.
Well,
It's on the opposite side, isn't it? Yeah. It's not come around the back.
like Minnesota, which we're on the site on the
Yeah.
other side, and they're kind of taking ownership of guardians of it. So it's quite an extensive scheme.
Yeah, it is.
It could be the largest wooden grading scheme in England since the 80s. Which is, it's a 30 million trees. Going in. A lot of them will be commercial stick screws, but there will also be up to 100 acres of new native broadleaf planted as well. So about 50 hectares in total, depending on how the design changes over the next coming months with survey results coming in. So where we're at is we're coming towards the end of the data gathering phase. So we've done loads of ecology surveys, archaeology, landscape, historic impact assessments as required by the Forestry Commission. Looking into breeding birds, vegetation, and whatnot. And we're using that data that is coming in now. That data that's coming in now to feed into the concept design where we're at. And that will inform the percentages of the species we're looking at going forward as well. So it's fluid phase at the moment. We're not set in stone in terms of design. We have certain percentages of commercial crop that we will feed, otherwise the scheme becomes non-viable for client. But within that, it's lower than the normal commercial element, which you would see from other private clients that we have. So it's quite nice working with them because they're very open to public access, a lower commercial element, using more management time basically. But obviously we can do some constraints.
Through you there, that's something that I would like to, I mean, me personally, town council, looking at, if they do support what you're doing, or I think in people point of view where we're trying to encourage people to be active, be outside, kids to use it, kids to plant trees, but not just kids to plant, adults as well. And that's, the town council are very much community council, and really use that as an opportunity to engage with the public and try and promote the health of their life.
So what we are looking for is formalise some of the desire lines within the site. So we've used Strava, which is an exercise app, and everyone reports exercise on there. All that data goes on what's called the Strava heat map. We use that data to actually determine where people are using the site out of the public rights of way. So we're looking to how we can formalise some of those desire lines and also create links within the site, keep people away from the road within the boundaries of the scheme itself. We're also in talks with Sostrans about connecting the two flood routes that are north and south of the scheme. So yeah, we're doing a lot of work that's more than just put some trees in the ground, basically. We're trying to do what we can.
Yes, yes, I do. And living reality, and I've got boards outside the house and a plantation and what have you, not far from us. It all sounds good, I'm all for this kind of thing. We also have to be mindful of what goes on in these areas.
Yeah.
And village we are in, you know, we've got people hunting the wildlife on a night time, you can see them lamping. And will the sites be manned 24 hours or not?
So there's no way we can lease a site 24 hours ourselves. There's residents currently on site as well. We have, as of December, we are employing some of the local area, the forester. He will pretty much it's on the doorsteps. Yeah, so he'll be starting, so he'll actually be on the doorstep, and any disturbance, they'll be shut line to him, so he can sort out. Obviously, we can only do so much, accident behavior happens, we can only do so much governance these days.
But it's something I think that we need to be aware of what actually goes on in the area. We've got a huge problem in our plantation with motorbikes because they've made a track where beautiful walk, you can see all the deer. If the dogs don't get them first, and then the motorbikes, if you don't get knocked over when you're out for a walk, just, you know, it's things that I think need to be thought about in like the process of this being built.
No, I really understand that. So when I started out with the company, I started out at Brooklyn, and we had big forests out there, for the motorbikers, and you can't catch them, and you can sit up there with the police and take photos to the gunnel, and you can't do much about it, unfortunately. My boss, Chris Hamill, he is a native of South Shields, and so he's well aware of.
He's not really.
He's brother himself. So
I'm not going to back off crowd here. Advise the shit to the local police and have discussion around this, because I think when it comes to the design, you could possibly design a lot of it out straight away in terms of the type of every X amount of 100 meters, a certain type of in, because otherwise it will become a drug run, and that's what happens around here. They do use motorbikes to ferry around. Obviously, we're going to be trying to get people to use it as a place to walk their dogs and stretch their legs, but you know, you can guarantee if you walk through one of the standing ones at the minute, you will get met by a motorbike halfway along. So these are sort of things that from a town council, and I'm really glad I brought that up. I think we need to actually, we will probably put in as well minutes that actually we've advised you that you do need to seriously consider the antisocial behaviour in terms of off-road bikes. The hunting I can't comment on because I don't know anything about in terms of the actual. You see them all. Lamp people around, standing area is
no, I'm really glad you brought that up, and something we would definitely do it, because unfortunately we can't put up wires. That's tiny illegal.
Well, we know the products of the world, we look at on night time, especially how ways, we can see them in the sky every day. They're all
There are all the fells on the night side, but with that and no lights, obviously. We're sitting there with a big window and it's pitch black outside. They're at a light. And you know that.
I think you get like, I think you get played with the town council on some authority that's totally against this. Then we support outdoor space and stuff like that, but there is caveats to it.
We want outdoor spaces safe for use.
Did you see that there's going to be like spruce trees and like Christmas trees and what have you? That's going to be. That's another thing in our plantation. Come Christmas. He's down the street.
They are Christmas, but I would struggle to use the spruce as Christmas trees at first of all. They tend to use them in public areas to stop people touching them. So at some stage they will be Christmas tree shaped in size, but they will be managed on a 35 to 40-year cycle. So they will grow up to big Christmas trees, and then they'll be felled and through sawmills and construction rates and stuff. So yeah, everywhere, everywhere you have a plantation, you get people living in out in the tree too. We can only do, we can do so much, and we try our best to manage that.
Like I say, I'm all for it, it sounds brilliant,
Yeah.
project. But you just need to be mindful too. Those things will happen.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, what was your feedback from the sessions that you've held? Was it, or did you, oh dear me?
Mix.
Mix.
People don't like change,
Oh, well.
and that's the nicest way I can put it.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's part of, 100 years or so, it's been a muscle area. Before that, yeah, it's this area is an area of change. Muscle, all of that in wooded states, all that in wooded valleys. People, yeah, they see because forestry is permanent landscape scale change. It's not just sitting in the field here or there. This is whole hills. And it's been managing, managing people who tend to like conifers. And they're worried about conversion of agricultural land into timberland, worried about food security. We're 40% importing food in this country, we're also 8% importing timber. We can't treat with carbon emission. So it's managing with expectations and talking through how best we can mitigate people's worries, concerns, designing them where we can. But at the end of the day, we're not trying to hide the fact that it's information. And it's got to, the owner's primary objective is to create a for UK construction. And from that, there's a lot of other benefits coming from there. But, so it's talking people down from we're in the environment. We're trying not to explore our responsibilities as a nation to alter forests in Latvia. Or Russian the tiger forest as well. So it's,
I think that's why I'd like to see a donated part of this space. It doesn't have to be a huge space because we have to manage it. That actually could be left alone as a forest, even if it was a spruce forest. But it's something that we can take ownership for. We could perhaps, you will, 15, 20 year time, 40 year time, if you have planning going on and whatnot, if there was a space left, it's a small enough size for a local authority to look after, maybe in nature reserve, or put back boxes up, or education, then at least, that's a really positive for your client to see that, actually this is what I'm doing, and I hope any one person, your client who's coming to the area actually understands that's what we want for our public. And I know that it is, the amount of times I get schools say to me, "Oh, can we go and make a campfire down there? And can we go and do some whittling? Can we make, there's so many different things happen." And yes, that could attract antisocial behaviour. But if we as a town council look after that alongside the other partners in the area, actually it could be a great space for the town council.
Right, that goes back to ownership. The kids are beginning to get ownership of that. And it's quite around these forests away from people. And it feeds off the other levels of society. And I've spoken to the owner about that. They're all very really people. The MD of the company used to live in the area as well. So knows what's going on. And so there's things in motion in the background, kind of figure out how to do that. And obviously, if the scheme were to go ahead, once the scheme's ahead, done, increasing around the dollars stop communication, we don't have to stop talking on that part. So, this is my base down there. So you probably know where I live. So, trying to be a man of my word, but I want this to be the best thing we can. We're trying to do the best we can as a company. We are the forces, we have standards professionals we love to. And we want to bring what we can be
sorry, keep that on thinking, love we did actually kids that actually did plant trees, and in 20 years' time they turn around and they did say we love forest there, I was part of that. Now that I think it's probably skipped a generation. I know you talk about where it's happened there, and it's up just a crack head up on top of the hill there as well, part of another and it's nice when people say, I've spoken to people in the past, and I remember when this was, when they were down here, you know, it is something that we should be trying to make sure that you have a legacy to have.
We, the Forest Commission in this area, we've got precedents of this, doing this, because, up in High Stables, which is Dipton, which is outside of our area, which is just on the road to Hunter, 40 years ago, yeah, it might have been more than that. Yes, it was definitely more than that. They planted up there, what looked like windbreaks on both sides of the road, and they just felled them, just felled it. And they were all big trees. And they've got stands of trees further down in the Dale Valley, which will be due to go. And you've got no idea the fuss Salmon caused, because people thought they'd been planted for fun. You know, oh, they've been planted to look nice. No, they haven't. They've been planted for some crop. You know, and literally try telling them that.
It's mad.
Yes.
I'm struggling to get things around.
Yeah,
And people, like, because they people start to live and a whole something's whole lifetimes so people take ownership over it, and it's when you start messing with something that ownership players, it's no.
I think that could be part of the education, and if you have, you know, school kids going in and doing stuff in that area, it's about saying, well, we've got this there, but the rest is actually commercial things, and that costs us that understanding, doesn't it?
I don't like the idea of go to Hegemite, biggest polluted ever place.
Well, it's interesting. So you've got the sawmill at top of the hill.
Yeah.
There's a new aviation biofilm plant open on the new site. There's sawmills. We generally don't start doing a chip.
Yeah.
I as a forester wanted to create construction timber like you're not locking others. Or, you know, as I said, the aviation fuel, but it's new and shiny. But yeah, and everything that we can that we replace trucking it's very well, and then it does go to other places, it's sweat markets on. But it's what it is doing, yes, the pollution, but the offsetting other products that aren't being used in steel, concrete, is really high carbon energy. You know, so
I suppose that, yes, you've got to give them that
Balance,
balance, yeah.
let's say, yes, they're not, it's carbon neutral, but they're a lot better for us than,
Yeah.
options.
Thank you. You very much. Anyone else about yesterday?
Will there be any better employment opportunities for the locals for this?
So we'll be looking to use local skilled labour, so local contractors to plant the trees, do the ground preparation, do the fencing, so where we can, and that's down to subcontractors to employ from the local communities where they can find that labour. Obviously we employed one person locally for the job. Also, we're looking to employ another person from the area early next year. So we've had 2 full-time members of staff under BRS personally to manage the project. And what projects like this allow us to do as a company is invest in the area. So for 5 years, we've only had one person in Critter, my boss. But doing that 5 year span, we've managed to build a new brand, employ 15 people. So and that's because projects in the Scottish borders and over on the West Coast have allowed us to invest. So the more stuff that we can do like this allows us to invest more in the local communities and more locally, or allow skilled labour, new families to move into the areas to take the job.
Anyone else? No? You could run around
Yeah, it's to understand that it is actually being honest, it's commercial. And we understand it, but if the town council, if an opportunity like that's come along where it can ask for space and we can actually have opportunity to say to you, we'd love a bit of space that can be let to grow into a forest and be somewhere that people can go. And you know, their local names like they give everything local name around it. Then that's something nice. It's going to cost, but let's have a little say on. Yeah. No, it wasn't like it.
There was a scheme, or I don't know, maybe about 30 years ago, where they planted a community forest community budget wasn't, but the Watling, what's called the Watling was led into. And, we've just noticed over the years they've started. Now, all the trees are of decent size and they've got lots of undergrowth and things like that, lots of pathways through it, and it was quite well used. And I was just saying, we've just noted that the businesses that surrounded have started to encroach. So that one hasn't gone down too well with the people that they're not very pleased about it. And I suspect that when you had some, was it and you were at South or Delves Lake,
Yeah.
you said, you might have got something along those lines from them. I don't know whether you did or not, but you might have got something on, well, it didn't work in Watling. But they're talking about a different venture altogether, it was a community woodland.
What we got at last end is the worry about, more building house developments going in the area.
Oh, yes.
But one of the great things about forestry is it's very hard to keep forests. It's there's a lot of work goes in to remove trees from land, you know. Yes, as you know, we say it will be harvesting it, but it can be harvestable in plant. So yeah, so hopefully what we were saying about the duty, but you know, depends on the plan board.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much
for the information.
We're not for you to stay permanent, but actually we've got quite distance to go, so.
Yeah, it's just 2 hours on top of that now.
Oh, right, sorry to hear.
That's fine, that's my job, it's fine, yeah. Yeah, well, thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of it.
And obviously, it says it, as it progresses, it really keeps.
Well, I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.
So,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Okay. So where are we down to now? Yeah, item 9, local costs, date. There's report, but
obviously, like the child, what I would do. What she's not you. Michelle likes to, so she might get up. It's not a great report, so. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to get any people together for you because I've been up south, so yeah, if we can wait for the lecturer's update next time.
yes, yeah. Or if she wants to circulate it later on, that's not a good idea, is it? Yeah. Okay. Oh, events update, you're on again.
Okay, my people group, I was part of the last events working group, but I believe it met, it seemed quite successful. They discussed various options for how events might be carried out in the future. And that was looking at, you know, it could still go out to a contractor or what it could look like to pay in house. I know that's been worked up by the group and a report will eventually come out and what consideration the group come up with. So obviously that will come in time. They also discussed the possible additional or hopefully an additional event that the town council would be interested in, and that's the D-Day for the 80th anniversary, which seems quite interesting. It's almost like a ready-made event itself. Obviously, I know Alex, you were at the meeting with Diane and you want to get a taste to see what everyone's appetite is for us to do something additional like that. Now that could well be in-house, but it could well be part of any contract that we put out. That is something that does need from the council at some point, because it will come up for renewal. And that's why you will get a report eventually giving you the different options that you will need to consider. But if there's anything, is there anything else to add on that, Alex? Other than what's everyone's thought, and do you want to tell a little bit about the D-Day event?
So what has been circulated to council, I don't know if it's gone to council as well, is the light beacon on the 80th anniversary of June 2024. Lighting beacon will be line 15 as far as I'm aware. But it could be looked at whether to do a singular event or make it into something bigger. Just
I mean, I would say then, would the council like the event group to start working up to see whether it's something they want to make bigger or just do
Yeah.
Do the standard of them.
I think that it needs to be looked at, we've got plenty of time this time, they're not just giving us a couple of weeks. Yes, Sam.
I think it's one of the events, we should be making a big deal about the series, a very important part of the Second World War, and something we should look at making happen to us, who have a little time. I think the beacon lighting is nice, but if we could look at how we could maybe do some local history stuff around the week of that event, looking at local people who were involved in dealing with it, might be nice to have schools involved, usual stuff.
Is it possibly something that we stick with the AAD about as well?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know.
And obviously the local military groups that are still around, I'm quite sure that they will be quite keen, yeah. Whether they'll be keen to turn out at 9:15 at night, I don't know, but you know. But if we work something around in the run up to it, that would be a very good idea.
And I think the mention is, residents who was actually, I would say, the Johnson, quite early. Well, commission meeting.
Yes.
Well, you actually think it's.
He's still with us, yeah, it's probably two of them actually, yeah.
Yeah, like, so really,
Yes.
hopefully, so.
Well, what I would say then is any members of the council do have any thoughts or suggestions around it, feed it into the working group. That is then meet the working group to discuss, and that's the purpose of us having one is obviously get opinions from the full council there for us to go away and work it up. And we're trying in the next couple of months bring something back on what it might do or might look like from everyone's feedback. Yeah. There's only one other thing that I need to update, and correct me if I'm wrong, if there is anything else, please, if I can at the end. The working group had a discussion with Scott, who's carrying out our events about the light switch on. Scott's proposed that we change that from a Saturday to a Friday. He believes that he can get a better palette of entertainment to come on the Friday. I've actually spoken with DCC today, because my only concern was, are they slated to switch to the Christmas tree lights on, and they said they can, I just didn't give them time. Scott was also up there yesterday, that was spoken with a few schools that are bringing the school choir as well. And this was something that they were missing out on in the past year on a Saturday. I do, me personally, as an officer, I have slight concerns about it moving to Saturday purely because the town council have always done it on a Saturday. But over the last couple of years, it hasn't, the event's been good, but it could have been better and it could have been well attended. So I can't see any harm in us trying that if Scott believes we can get a better palette of entertainment. As long as the full council are okay with that, I need to give this a go ahead.
It would be fine on the first, isn't it?
Yes.
The first of December, yeah.
The only reason bad on a Saturday, you took the other streets late, so 7 o'clock at night, we move on the streets.
Well, that was something the working group had spoken with Scott about, and that we said, we told him when we dictated to him we wanted it earlier. Obviously, there's a market day on Saturday as well, which is kind of, there's pros and cons to lots of the Friday or Saturday. I think, as long as we get the advertising out there soon enough, then there isn't any reason why we can't Friday. Saturday,
which he's got, as far as we know, as far as we heard, he's actually all happening on a Saturday. Now, if he is putting entertainment on, or we don't want to be the fifth one, we don't want to lose out. That's how I'm looking at it. I would much rather have it a day earlier and know that we were going to get what we asked for and what we're be paying for.
Yeah, 3 minutes. That's actually fine. In the meantime, did go to speak to Scotland. So I also wanted to stipulate to him that actually we're paying for a contract, and we've always done it on a Saturday. And actually, someone else should be perhaps asked to move rather than us. And I was quite firm about But he believed that he still wanted to put on a better show on the Friday than the Saturday, and he has engaged with the schools, spoken to the schools and been quite a lot.
Which is good.
Yeah. So that was kind of like the tipping point for me. But no, we do pay for service, and we should be the people that have to move because someone else is doing it. And that was my worry that everyone gets used to being the first Saturday of December. But it's the first of December on a Friday and it's really well more school. So if council are happy for us to give it a go.
Do you think we will? Are we okay with that? You all right with that?
I do think the point is not make sure.
Yeah.
We do a contract, we want to be that elements, but as long as it does mean that we are definitely getting value from the contract we have. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's far from all people understand. This is about email. So, you wouldn't say otherwise.
Alex, sorry, we said that.
Sorry. We're down to item 11 now, the neighbourhood wardens.
Obviously, you've had your knowledge of the reports and from the lads, when I made the last one, and obviously you're all aware that it's time to start looking at neighbourhood wardens in a bit of detail, because contracts will be coming up. April 24, brief report came with the last one, so obviously you said, we need to start thinking about if we do have questions come up and things we need to start thinking about. But it's purely on there next week. Although we've always come to circulate things, it's better to put it on in general. So if there is any quick questions, I can go away or I'll hear it now. If there isn't anything from me, I would just move straight on.
Has anyone got anything that they need to know about the wardens that isn't on here? Are we all right with that? Okay. Right. Item 12 we're on to now, which is council payments and bank reconciliation. Can I? Right. You've all had them. You've all read them. Anyone got any questions? Anne isn't here, but we will actually. If anyone has any questions, we will into an email for her. No.
There's no questions now.
Yeah. We move that we accept and I'll second it. Thank you. Yeah. Gordon, yeah, and Sam. Right, quarterly to budget monitoring report. Again, we've looked at, we've had that one. It shows the quarter two, so we are just in quarter two. So hopefully that will get better as we go into quarter three. We hope so. So we're asked to note, just to note it. And again, if anyone has any questions, I'm quite sure that we'll meant to.
Yeah, no, I'm sure that I've already been here. Well, so if you know any questions, that's not now. I'll take it.
Take it over. Yes. Right, yeah. Planning application. Yes, planning applications are sent through on a weekly basis. We just have to resolve to receive the applications. And any objections that need to be made can be made by the town council, or in the case of county councillors, state your own. That's the best way to deal with that. So. Are we just going to resolve to receive the applications? I mean, it's not really, it's just something that happens, it happens on. Yeah. So item 15, review of polling districts and polling stations. This is attachment H. Now, I mean, it's just this. And I would expect that everyone's had a look to see if their area is affected by going on to the council's website. And it's just for comments, really, if anyone has any comments on it.
I mean, I was going to do suddenly available. No, I found contact. Not anyway.
Yes, or
Don't feel pressure. You suddenly think of something.
in the case of candidates. It is. Right. Policies and procedure. Now, this one came to the last meeting, and all it is really is the policies and procedures that were reviewed at the last meeting and came through. People pointed out that they didn't know what in fact they were reviewing, or they didn't know because it wasn't highlighted. These ones have all been highlighted. So I'm going to have to assume everyone, and I shouldn't assume, but I'm going to have to, that everyone has had a look at them and has had a chance to view the attachments. And has anyone got any comments to make on this? On the changes that have been made? I mean, yes, Sam?
Just to say, I think to do again. The mistake I put around financial regulation change.
Has it not?
Because they have done all that would have sense.
Right.
Electronically.
Which was the
Financial.
It was related to the value of contract. It might be changed this one, at least the ones that you said.
Council auditing. Financial aid.
It's the financial rate.
Yeah.
It's page 10, G was on a contract between 5,000 and 5,000. The actual text and clause says between 5,000 and 20,000. So I thought the contract will be 20,000. Then G will have a contract 25,000. The actual text of the book is different ends. Heard of some?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So that one, that's the one that needs to.
You make a note of that.
Is there anything else that's come up that when you've looked through them? No. Can I suggest through a meeting? Yes, so we have been through these and they're not, yeah. Can I suggest that we hang on with these, please? And if you've got them, because we don't want to have to be, we don't take her and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
So that we can go back on, there will be others coming up with, we can just hang on to the ones we've got, even if they are in the. Right. So we are transfer of allotments to standing town council, which is item 17. Update from local club.
Just brings on probably for past maybe there's particular we have been meeting with those council regular basis with here our class power and going through what it might look like town council. We all know it is coming our way. And we're looking at the various different options of how it's going to look, when it's going to look. And we are now at that stage where we are really to start with gritty about the company and need to run them in the future. Also, Jeanette, more than anything, but we do need to find a listening point and know that we are to run will be taken. And they are prepared to work with us. I'm going to pass over to Jeanette on this one because you. So.
Just as part of that discussion, we were talking about the transition, how that might actually work in practice, basically, the different models that we could potentially use. And one of the things both James and I were really keen on was an opportunity for the associations and the allotment holders to each of the different areas to be involved in models that we use going forward. So when we were discussing that with DCC, we were saying really just for us to take them on the 1st of April, not really enough time to sort of take that step basically and know exactly what we're doing, to be honest. So after some discussion, we're very good with us and have said that they'll support us in a year's transition period. So looking at changing nothing basically from the 1st of April apart from the fact that they're ours. And again, we do have to push as long as council is okay with that, put that in the writing. We'll be taking them on then, they will support us with the administration side of things, you know, the way that it has been done by them, they support us, but we'll have responsibility for any complaints or anything like that, but they help us with the admin, possibly. This is still going to be all, you know, signed and delivered. But that we would actually then look to develop a working group of members. So we would have an allotment working group, which would mean that all of us had a chance to see, or all those who were interested about what that might look like going forward. And as well as that, we would look to develop an allotments committee, and that committee would be sort of facilitated and managed by us. And people who would be attending that would be representatives from each of those associations or from each of those groups of allotments, so that they could actually feed in the process across the next year and what that model might look like. So instead of us imposing something, we're actually engaging with all of the associations, and then, you know, through consensus, we develop a model that everyone's going to sign up to. And I just think that will set us on a really good and steady path, basically, where everyone's hopefully working together, and we're happy to facilitate that going forward.
Well, just add to that, as Jeanette said there is various ways of running allotments, and those ways hold different financial budgets that we would have to look at. Now, you know, one might cost more than the other, one might be a better way of us engaging with the community better, might allow us to use the space better, may allow income voice better. It may actually, you know, reduce the amount of confrontation and income from a lot of
Yes.
which everyone knows happens. There's like when we dig around the bush, the public will tell you that. So actually having that year's kind of transition period for us to actually start engaging with the whole possibly committee around it. I mean, I think me and Jeanette are looking at is play from people that, you know, are you happy for us to keep going down the road that we're going here? And we have said we might be able to take it by April. Is, you know, this is very, very tricky for us. We've asked them to provide us with what costs it could look like to do it this way or that way or whatever. So they are prepared to work for us, aren't they? But it is going to be a tough time. And the only way we can do it is by actually working with these. I think that was the association, but they're not all association. A lot of sites. So it's, and we have made very clear to them as well. You know, it's very difficult for us, well, Durham County Council are holding back on letting us know about the civic hall, and what financial burden that might have. It's very hard for us to set actually what, how we're going to run the allotments, because it can cost more one way than the other. So, you know, and they actually, Ian and Mark actually did understand that, didn't they? And very sympathetic to that, so.
And I just think, when you look at the different models, you know, there's model 1, model 2, model 3. And one's at one extreme and one's at the other, one's in the middle. But even that one in the middle can slide up down the scale as to how much control, very much around, risk versus control. The more control you've got, the less risk. The less control you've got, the more risk. Because ultimately the book stops with us. So that's the balance that we're having to try and do at the moment. Yeah. Sorry, no.
When we get more than take all the doctors or I don't want to keep anything back. That's what I'm afraid of.
Because the bird wanted to keep it, back there.
Because I want to start doing that.
No, the children.
They're being very transparent with us about everything, and they allow us to see everything, and then walk around everything with us.
Yeah.
The only place that, it could be part of us, we partly see it standing, but that's because the talks on the burial land there, and which they are being consulted on, the people who have a lot of there at the minute. So it's kind of being all there, whether it came to us or not. It depends on how they decide they want to go about it. In terms of everywhere else, they really are passing everything.
Let's go. Answer the same question as well. Oh, so because when this first started off,
Because
they just wanted to give us certain ones.
Oh, right.
They were picking and choosing which ones they wanted to hold back.
Well, I think they would find that, under the Act, when they looked at it, that they're not allowed to do that. It's all or nothing. And that was the problem with us having all or nothing, because we're going to get some real lucky ones and some big problems. Yeah. Yes, Sam.
Obviously, I understand there is what work is, but looking at the happen this year long transition period, possibly more, depending on the situation around it. Well, I would like more clarification on what we do take them on full time. Do they have any intention of financially supporting us if we do take them on? Not necessarily because of our plans, people purely for the fact that they still run a lot of other areas, and people understanding will be getting taxed by DCC running allotments in other villages. We're not getting any of that money, even though we're getting taxed on it.
And can I tell you, just sent out a lot of bill yesterday. So when we do get them, they'll already have years worth of payments already have to be paid to these payments. So it's no good as sending out.
Well, I think straight away we're getting an outtake of actually what we are going to be dealing with in the future, and that is why they're quite keen that we actually have a working group.
Yeah.
So actually, although we say they are, they are handing everything over, it's the working group will actually be double checking and triple checking on that. Although I'm fairly certain they've been very transparent because it is something raised right at the beginning. And probably from that work group to legal work, what the committee might look like for us to move this forward, because we are going to have to make it a very efficient process and part of the service that we deliver as part of our council in the future.
Right. Okay. Anyone got any more questions for No. Right. Training opportunities, those have all been circulated via email. Anything? Date, time and venue of next meeting, Tuesday the 28th of November 2023, 6:30 at the Greenhouse. We now have exclusion of press and public. Don't think there's any need to read it out, but thank you. Yes, thank you for anyone who's been watching. Well, so here down and he's not here.
He's also the person who's working on.